Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on this cold February afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon, but it's so cold that even the flowers are bundled up. Can you see them back there? Flowers and cards are wonderful, of course, but what's the very best way to your Valentine's heart? Through the stomach, of course. So for Valentine's this year, I decided to take one of my new favorite chicken recipes and to add a little extra dimension of romantic color and a little extra flavor. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I hope you'll come into the kitchen with me and let me show you how to make it. Now don't forget the chocolates and the champagne though, because those are also very important. So into the kitchen. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the kitchen for my special Valentine version of my island chicken. We want a skillet that's about an 11-inch skillet. You know, it has to hold those 6 chicken thighs in a single layer. So get that hot, add some olive oil, salt and pepper the chicken thighs, of course. Start those off skin side down because you want to get a beautiful golden color on them. So get that working, and then as soon as the thighs are nice and golden on the skin side, then give them a turn, and then you'll be ready to brown the second side, the flesh side, and get your garlic cloves ready while the chicken is browning. You want to peel, and maybe 3 large cloves, something like that. So nip off the ends and peel those, and then you want to sort of crack them, or sort of half crush them so that they'll release their flavor. So get the garlic ready so that it will be ready to go in as soon as the chicken thighs are doing a really good job of getting golden. You don't want to add the garlic too early because you don't want it to burn, but you do want it to brown just a little bit. So put it in while the chicken is still cooking there in the olive oil, and so in that goes, and then we're probably about ready to give it another turn. So this time we can start to season it a little more completely. So give it a turn, let the garlic get just a little bit golden, and then we can start adding our flavoring. So sprinkle on your red pepper flakes and your dried oregano. It's not a bad idea right in here to think about skimming the pan a little bit to get some of the excess fat out. So the olive oil, will get the chicken pieces nice and golden. It also will render out some of the natural fat in the chicken. So you can spoon off a little bit of that. Then we've got our red pepper flakes, our dried oregano, and I think it's a good idea here to give this a turn now, and the garlic should start to get golden. So let's go ahead and add our liquids. So we have our bitter orange juice and our pomegranate juice, and we're also doing just a couple of tablespoons of red wine vinegar too, because I think you need that extra tartness to balance things. And speaking of balance, how about a great big old pinch of turbinado sugar in there too. So once this is moving along nicely, maybe just a teaspoon, no more than a teaspoon, but just a teaspoon of tomato paste, I think, will also bring this sauce together very nicely. So get that in there, get everything all combined, and then it's time to put a lid on this and lower the heat so that it simmers very gently for about 45 minutes at this point. And then it will be nice and tender. So during that period of time when it's simmering very gently with the lid on, you'll want to stop by and give it a turn 2 times during that process. And this way the flavors will be nicely distributed throughout the chicken. So during that cooking period, 2 turns, and then you'll probably want to baste it once as well. You can even try skimming it again too if the pan juices seem really oily. You might want to see if you can spoon off another spoonful or 2 of the fat at the top of those pan juices. So 2 turns and a skim if you like, and then a baste, and that's our chicken. So total cooking time on that, about 45 minutes at a very gentle simmer, and then the chicken should be nice and tender. Now I think the best thing you can serve with this is a coconut jasmine rice. So this is a cup of jasmine rice, very well rinsed with cold water and very well drained. To that we are adding 1 can of coconut milk and a couple of ounces, like about 2 ounces of water. And then you need a ½ teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of sugar. So you can run a fork through that just 1 time. Make sure all the grains are separate. Cover it, start heating it. When it begins to hit the boil, turn it down immediately. Even when you're making regular rice, there's a milky liquid that'll start to boil over. So turn it way down, give it 15 minutes, and then let it rest for 10. And it'll be just gorgeous. Thank you for joining me today for my island chicken Valentine style. The recipe is at brucebeckinthekitchen.com. I'd love to hear from you, always. Thanks. Bye-bye.